So last week I created and put out a video for you guys showing you some potential new anime for 2023 spring's season. Now this made me think, what type of creator would I personally be if I didn't take some of my own recommendations and consider them and give them a go? So I did exactly that. I watched all of my own recommended anime for spring 2023. Now as the weeb that I am, I didn't just watch those anime. I went through and found new anime for both me and you to enjoy. And I'll tell you this, make sure you watch all of these recommendations to the end of the video because the animators for this season aren't holding back. Let's get into the video, guys. If you find a new anime that you love, don't forget to slap the shit out of the like and subscribe button so you can keep up to date with my content and find more juicy anime. Let's go. Mashle, Magic and Muscle. I'm so glad that I found this anime this morning. It truly is top tier. This anime is essentially a gangbang between Mob Psycho, One Punch Man, How Many Dumbbells Can You Lift, and also Rock Lee from Naruto. Throw all these anime together in a bowl and you have a fine anime prospect for this season. The anime starts out with our boy pumping iron in the forest, as he should be. He's making those gains only to come home to rip the door of his father's place off the hinges. After this, he goes and gets an anabolic feed at the forbidden creamy bun store, and unfortunately this alerts the police of his presence. The police chase down our MC due to him being somewhat of a potential immigrant in this magical society, and he decides to beat their ass because they hurt his pops. It turns out that our MC has no magic whatsoever. He is what Slytherin would call a mudblood. Now this is disgusting in Harry Potter land, and it turns out that our MC's father saved him at birth when he found him all alone and discarded. Now the only way he's getting out of this predicament is by essentially going to Hogwarts and becoming a magician, because if he doesn't, the police will hunt him down for the rest of his life and his father. I'm watching this anime every single week. It's absolutely hilarious, and I give it 11 bench presses out of 10. The next anime is Hell's Paradise. Now I feel like this anime didn't get the recognition it deserves. After seeing the hype surrounding Chainsaw Man, I thought another anime produced by Mappa would have more hype, but to my surprise, there was barely any at all. The anime starts out with our main protagonist potentially becoming beheaded, getting his head chopped off, dying, but it turns out he's got a neck of steel, and you can't cut through steel with steel if you're a pussy. And the main protagonist thinks this is weird because he himself wants to die, and that is until he is struck with the real potential of death. The man starts firing on all cylinders when he finds out that his back is up against the wall, and he remembers that if he dies, no one will go and save his wife. Our main protagonist shows that he is willing to do anything to survive and is given an official pardon on one condition. Go to the fucked up island where no one has come back alive and retrieve a phoenix down of sorts and bring it back. Simple, right? Except, as I said, everyone who's gone here has died and come back some sort of flower corpse. So off he goes on his adventure, only to come back once he gets the phoenix down, and then he can see his wife. I'll be watching this anime weekly, and I give it 7 flower corpses out of 10. My home hero. If you like drama, murder, and thriller, this one is for you. So the anime starts out with our main protagonist being a businessman, catching up for a beautiful feed with his daughter he hasn't seen in a while. Now it turns out that his daughter has been beaten up by her boyfriend. Now her father, our main protagonist, does what any father would do. That's right, he beats him to death with a rice cooker. Now killing a Yakuza generally has its own problems, and especially when it is one of the last remaining grandsons of the head of the Yakuza. Now as I said, this has its own problems attached to it, and one of the problems is not replacing the broken rice cooker. The episode ends with the body of the Yakuza member potentially being found. Will our main protagonist survive? Find out on the next episode of Rice Cooker Ball Z. I give this anime 6 plain rice bowls out of 10. Rokudo's Bad Girls. Our main protagonist, Rokudo, is being bullied by delinquents at school. So he does what the victim in school does best, and he goes and spends all of his time in the toilet with the boys. That is until his grandpa gives him one of those scrolls from Naruto, the sexy jutsu scroll, something like that. But instead of having some sexy jutsu take place, instead all delinquent girls end up falling in love with him. Amongst all of this chaos, he meets his potential new girlfriend, a scary, delinquent female. Some may call her a king delinquent, one that can bash any mere mortal delinquent. And all of a sudden, our main protagonist, his problems seem to disperse. They seem to disappear. But he is now struck with a dichotomy. And the dichotomy is having his new girlfriend beat the shit out of everyone, or be a man and do it yourself. To be 100% honest with you, I thought this anime was going to be trash, but then I remembered I am trash, so I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed this anime, and I'll give it 69 bad girl attracting scrolls out of 10. Guys, I'm here in my garage, coming here to tell you today that you need to subscribe to my podcast. Guys, I have an anime podcast. If you like anime and you like people talking for super long periods of time, you need to check out the Aniwear podcast, uploaded every single week when I'm not being a lazy piece of shit. That is all. Links will be in the description. Let's get back to the video. What was next? Annoy them with my podcast, and then, my clueless first friend. I recommended this anime last week because I'm a romance connoisseur, and I didn't miss. The anime starts out with our main protagonist catching wind of a conversation he hears across the street. He sees a girl being picked on, being called the Grim Reaper. Now, they obviously mean this as an insult, but he thinks it is the coolest nickname to ever exist, and he is so envious. Our female main protagonist is used to being bullied and having no one talk to her. So she's taken away at how nice our main protagonist is to her. He even sticks up for her after school when the boys are picking on her and trying to get him to come join in with them. After our main protagonist is smacked in the head with some sort of ball, he finds his Grim Reaper friend waiting for him in the hallway, ready to give him his homework. They then share a lovely glass of water together in the beautiful Japanese sunset, and that's how the anime ended. Very, very wholesome, probably close to one of my favorites of this season, and I'll definitely be watching it. I give this anime 17.5 Grim Reapers out of 10. Alright, this video's getting long. Time to speed it up. Rapid fire style. My love story with Yamada-kun. Alright, this anime starts out with the girl getting dumped in the first minute of the anime. And she does what we all do when we have a problem. We go and play video games. That's right. That's the best way to solve your problems. While she is online trying to forget her ex-boyfriend, she meets Afro-kun, an antisocial gamer online. Then whilst plotting to see her ex-boyfriend at a gaming convention and make him jealous, she meets Afro-kun in person. She gets upset remembering her boyfriend dumped her and decides to get drunk. And meanwhile, Afro-kun just wants to go home and play his video games. Understandably so. Our female main protagonist ends up getting wasted drunk, passes the fuck out, and wakes up in Afro-kun's bed. When she wakes up, she finds a girl's worst nightmare. She wakes up to a man enjoying himself playing his computer. I know, right? Disgusting. I'm giving this one 9 Afro-kuns out of 10. On to the next. Skip and Loafer. Weird anime style for this one, but I liked it. In this anime, our female main protagonist leaves for the countryside, going to the city for her new schooling experience. But unfortunately, on her train, she misses the stop she's supposed to get off at. She bumps into a boy who is attending the same school on the train, and they decide to run together to school so that they are not late. Fuck that. They make it just in time for her to dominate her school speech, and then proceed to spew all over her new homeroom teacher's expensive new suit. And that is where her new school life is beginning. I give this one 6 power spews out of 10. Would watch again. Magical Girl, Magical Destroyer. This anime is like a weird dystopian world, and it gave me COVID vibes. But rather than locking down everyone in the world, what they do is they only lock down weebs. Our main protagonist and a few other people are proud weebs, so when this military type group comes in and tries to steal all their merchandise and put them all in a camp, they decide to resist. They go and attack the base of the people who are attacking them. In this base is their horny blue-haired friend who is ball-gagged and hung from the ceiling. I think she got caught and catfished on Tinder or something, trying to get a root. Everyone's been there before, right? No? Okay. Now, in the process, they seem to spoil this elitist group of people's plans, but did they really spoil anything at all? Or is that exactly what they wanted? I probably won't watch this one, to be honest. It was average, pretty funny, but I give it 5 ball-gagged anime girls out of 10. I feel like that's fair. Look at me, I'm a unicorn. All right, everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you stuck around to the end, you're a real one. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these ones as well. So you may as well just click them, watch them. Come on, click them. I'll send you a ball gag, maybe even a rice cooker. Okay, bye.